Hey, welcome to 23 Degrees Sideways, Coyote in the Highlands, still in the valley. We're doing part 3 of the Airbnb co-op little mini-series here. And again, panning just a little bit, we're here, we're in a nice spot. We've got pools, we've got, artificial turf, we've got 8 units, and it's in an area where it's going to be a little bit expensive to build, but you've got good job access and everything. So how do you do this elsewhere? Okay, I've got 40 acres sitting on 25 miles of dirt road. I've got another 20 acres of dirt, and this is all cheap stuff. Like, don't think I'm rich. This is, in some cases, this is literally $200 an acre type stuff. I've got another 20 acres that is near a town called Wickiup. It's close enough to do commutes to Kingman or possibly Wickenburg, depending on how long your commute is, how long it lasts. And you could build on it, and it does have a road access, and it's kind of hard to access, but it's not really hard to access. So there's that. The 40 acres is actually harder in terms of time, but not that bad. You're an hour and a half from Needles if you want to work in California. You're about an hour from Havasu, about an hour from Kingman. So, work opportunities are there. Remote work is easy, especially with Starlink now. So how do you do it? How do you do that on a $30,000, $20,000, whatever, 40-acre property in the middle of nowhere, or 20 acres in the middle of nowhere? Well, first off, you've got tons more land than this. The bad side is you don't have any infrastructure at all. So you're going to have to build your electric, you're going to have to put in your septic. There's $10,000 of septic right there. Possibly $12,000, possibly $8,000. Depends on how you do with composting toilets and gray water and stuff, and how you deal with codes. But anyway, you're probably looking at $120,000 to $180,000 to get minimal infrastructure, land, everything set up in there. How do you get that? How do you get that money? How do you get people to do that? So 10 groups of people putting in $12,000 each will get you to a point where you can make decisions about building. Not actually building. You can put some tents up and stuff, but you're not quite at a place where you're actually pouring concrete and putting up traditional buildings. Nope. So, but at the same time, $400, $500 a month for a couple of years and you're there, right? You can do this. If you can come up with $600, $700 a month for 4 years with 10 family units, groups, individuals, whatever, couples, then you're looking at something much more doable over the course of a couple of years. You want to move now. I want to move now. I want to move right now. That's what everyone says. Well, okay. Sell everything you've got, find a group of people, figure it out, get $12,000 each together, and you can do something. The land is out there. It's going to be hot. Build a pool. It's going to be cold. Build a large room with a large common area with a masonry heater. Whatever it is, figure out your environments. You're not going to do this in Paradise because Paradise is going to be $500,000 per acre, not $500,000, $1,000, $1,200 per acre. So figure that out. You've got to accept what your limits are. All environments are livable, and all environments can be tolerated and managed and improved. Okay, pools, masonry heaters, whatever it is that you're doing, shade, sunlight, whatever it is you need to manufacture access to, it all works fine. Here's the thing. You don't need that much money, you don't need to put that much in, and you can be a part-timer. If you set it up as a co-op, you can be very much a part-timer and just invest and then have your space where you're using. And then there's a rental use fee or work fee that works in with that. That's usually how co-ops work. In this type of co-op is that you'll have, you either pay dues or you volunteer work, that kind of thing. So you've got your shares, you put in money for shares, and then you either work or rent or whatever. So if you've got 20 acres and you've got 20 couples involved, and most of those couples aren't living there full time, well, that's fine. the people who are living there full-time have to either manage, build, or pay a monthly. It's kind of like when you live in a mobile home park. You own your mobile home or you finance your mobile home. You've got a fee for the space and the utilities, like an RV park. It might be a better model. Mobile home parks are the same way, where you're paying a little bit of a monthly fee for grounds upkeep, road access, the electricity and water and stuff. That's how you run the co-op. If you're using it, then you pay for the use, and what you are is you're invested in the potential, the future, the whole thing, and then you can sell your shares. You can always sell your shares. Usually with co-ops, you sell them back to the co-op, so the co-op maintains some sort of cash value, and that's how it works. It's a very simple system, and just put it together. In fact, if you do put it together, I really suck at the paperwork part. I've done co-ops before, and it's become very obvious that I don't run them in the legal sense very well. I can operate them in a logistical sense very well, but someone else needs to be doing the paperwork and the silly stuff. I'm not structured very well for that. Hire a bookkeeper, hire someone to do that. The group can do that. Set up your articles, make a thing. If you're interested, talk to me, send me messages. If you're interested, there are people I know on Twitter who have little groups and Discord servers and stuff about organizing this. Organize it, do it. Make it as minimal or as maximal as you want. You're going to probably have to move out of very developed urban areas to get this to work, unless you have an angel investor or you're with a group of people where there's enough money and legal know-how to get some sort of loan on an apartment complex or something and make it work. You can do this. There are even grants out there. I have no problems doing this. I am a fairly mobile person. I don't want to live anywhere for 20 years, but I will go spend 2 years building your co-op with you in a heartbeat. Call me up. All right? So this is all doable stuff. I love being out here. I love being in the valley. This is a very healthy spot for me right now, and I would love to do this here. I'd love to be involved in this here, but I don't know if it's going to happen here. Wherever you are, make it happen. It's very possible. You just have to maintain a way of avoiding ideological issues and behavioral issues. And that's just a little bit of programming, a little bit of wisdom, and a little bit of rules. Not offensive rules, just interpersonal rules. That's all I got for you. That's probably going to end this series for now until I have a whole bunch of other thoughts later this weekend. Stay sideways and enjoy. And really, let's build this. Let's build a network. Let's connect them together. Let's get our healing retreats going. Stay sideways.